Good morning. It is 7:27 a.m. on Friday, August 10th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Uh Actually been poking around a little bit, moving kind of slow this morning. I got a bit more sleep last night, which is, good, but still just kind of moving slow this morning. It's fine. It's fine, but I do need to go ahead and get this video done and get ready to head out the door. I made a decision last night to, well, I don't know. I don't know that it's a 100% decision, but I've been talking a little bit, a couple of times this week about the idea of. I completed the main story mission of Ni no Kuni 2, the video game, and the question of like, do I want to wrap up all the loose ends, try to finish every single thing in there? And I was kind of waffling about it, and then I kind of started working on it anyway. And so I was kind of thinking, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and do it. I'll go ahead and get, do the completionist thing. And then as I continued to work on it, last night I got to a couple of things that I did a bunch of things that were continuing to be fun. And then I got to a point where I'm like, oh, I'm not sure this part is fun anymore. And then I kind of looked up all of the remaining things that I would have to do, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that sounds very fun. I beat the main story. That's really what I was looking for. So I think I'm probably done with that one. That game has some parts, as I previously mentioned, that don't seem optimized. They seem really designed to, hey, let's add 15 more hours of game time for people who love grinding in JRPGs. And I'm not saying that there is no fun involved. Like, if I had no other game to play, that would be one thing. But when there are lots of other games to play, I would provide a lot more fun than continuing to. Yeah, yeah. So I don't think I'm gonna 100% that one after all. That's just how it goes sometimes. I did also play a little bit of a game called Dead Cells, which had been out on a couple of platforms but came out this week on the Nintendo Switch. And it's kind of like Castlevania type of game, but with a little bit of roguelite and or uh, what's the Dark Souls into it, where it's randomized maps, and every time you die, you largely reset, although you keep some upgrades that you had found. And it's pretty good for that type of game. I mean, if you're into that type of game, it seems just in the little bit, like an hour or so that I've played of it, it's very smooth. It feels good to play, and a lot of people have been reviewing it very positively, so I'm optimistic about it. But there are, so many games to play. I'm also a little bit excited just because on Saturday, I guess which is tomorrow, I'm going to have my regular D&D session, which will go out on the stream. But the exciting part of it is that for once, I'm going to be playing instead of running it as Dungeon Master. Now, I love being a Dungeon Master. I'm not complaining about being Dungeon Master at any point, but it's fun also to play. So it's a change of pace, and it's going to be a thing called X Crawl, where it's kind of like D&D professional wrestling, I think. So that's exciting, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm also what was, now I've just lost my whole train of thought on what it was that I was going to mention as an also. Oh, I bought a little speaker. This is a little bit of it's a little, just a little portable speaker that you can connect like an iPod to. And it's partly because my car's stereo as an input only has cassette player. It's, you know, it's an older car. It's, well, you know, it's, as these things go, it's a 2001. Uh, but I'd been using a tape adapter for a while, but then that stopped working. And so rather than just drive around with my earbuds in, which, you know, is an option, I'm hoping that this little thing will suffice as a replacement. Just kind of where that's at, since I needed another something to fill out the last minute or so. Anyway, I've got to get ready for work, so I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.